Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the inner sanctum.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
An episode of The Shadow going back to January 11th, 1942. This episode entitled
The Drums of Doom. Of men. The Shadow knows.
The thrilling adventures of the Shadow are on the air, brought to you each week at this time by your neighborhood blue coal dealer. These dramatizations are designed to demonstrate forcibly to old and young alike that crime does not pay. The Shadow, mysterious character who aids the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Several years ago in the Orient, Cranston learned a strange and mysterious secret. The secret of hypnotic power to cloud men's minds so that they cannot see him. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the voice of the invisible Shadow belongs. Today's drama, The Drums of Doom.
You won't tell anyone I spoke to you, will you? You people out there? I'm not supposed to talk to anybody. But when the wind is like it is tonight, I have to tell my story to someone. There's so much to tell, and the wind is so lonely, so lonely. There might have been no story, no, and I might not be where I am tonight had there not once lived a man called the Black Judge. The most relentless criminal judge to sit on the bench in a score of ugly years. Even once, when the hangman refused to execute a prisoner whom he had sentenced to death, the Black Judge himself took command in the prison yard, had the condemned man escorted to the gallows by a corps of rattling snare drums, and then, with his own hands, sprang the trap and sent his victim dancing into eternity. Oh, yes, he was well named, was Black Judge Henry Arthur Cole, and he lived long, this man. He died, in fact, less than a year ago, hated and deserted by all, save his 3 children. And then, a month after his death, 5 months ago this very night, the horror began. Miss Jennifer Cole, the eldest daughter to the deceased judge, came home one evening and ascended the familiar stone steps of the Cole mansion. As she inserted her key in the front door, she noticed there were no lights burning in the house. It was too early for her brother Edward to be home. But where were the servants? Where was her sister Norma? Alarmed, she flung the door open and... Oh, yes, she screamed. And so would you. And so would I. The house was empty. Everything gone. Every rug, every picture, every stick of furniture. What had happened? Where was everyone? Where was Norma? Where was she?
Norma. Norma.
Where was old Daniel, her brother's valet?
Daniel, where are you?
And then, from upstairs came a sound. Fearful, chilling. It brought back the sudden picture of her father, the dismal prison yard long ago. It was the rattling of snare drums, ghostly, mocking, the drums of doom. Bewildered, she ascended the wide, uncarpeted staircase. Suddenly, there was a groan.
Oh! What was that?
Then she saw what it was. At the head of the stairs lay old Daniel, the servant, stretched out in a dazed coma. His eyes turned glassily down the hallway, and there, Miss Jennifer saw a room where no room had ever been before. The drums ceased. Miss Jennifer stared unbelieving into the strange, dismal room at the end of the hallway, and there she saw...
Norma!
Yes, Norma. Miss Jennifer felt her senses leaving her, for in the blue dimness she saw the stark, grim form of a black scaffold, a gallows, and on it, deathly white, stood her sister, eyes open and pleading, and around her neck, a noose.
Jennifer! Norma! Norma!
I've been sentenced to death, Jennifer.
Sentenced? Who?
The black judge.
Norma! Our father's been dead for a month.
You're wrong, Jennifer. Look, emerging from the shadows there.
Father!
You see, Father isn't dead.
Norma Cole, you have been sentenced to hang by the neck until you are...
No! You're dead, Father. You can't harm her.
Norma will die, and your brother Edward, too, in his time. Go, Jennifer. You can do nothing here.
Father! Father!
Silence! I have found you guilty, Norma Cole, and now I execute my own sentence.
Oh, don't! Have mercy! Mercy!
You look on the world for the last time, my daughter.
No.
My hand is on the catch.
Father, stop!
And heaven will show no mercy to your soul.
The horror had only begun for Miss Jennifer. She fled the house. Frantic and hysterical, she reached the highway, where she sank to her knees, fainting.
Lamont, look! A woman lying across the road.
You're right, Margot.
You suppose it's been an accident?
You better save the guessing games for the parlor. You coming?
Yes, dear.
No.
Lamont!
No.
Is she hurt?
Delirious.
Oh, can't we do something? Edward will be next, he said.
Who said? But tell us, what happened?
She's been killed.
What's she talking about?
I don't know, Margot. Who's been killed? Where did it happen?
The Cole mansion. I'm Jennifer Cole.
Oh, won't you try to be calm, Miss Cole?
I can't. I saw it. My sister Norma.
What did you see?
I saw her hanged.
This is the Cole mansion. Your home, Miss Jennifer.
Oh, no, don't make me go in. I'm afraid.
Come along, Miss Jennifer.
The lights are all out, Lamont.
Of course they are. Just as they were when I came home tonight.
It's a strange story, Miss Jennifer.
Silly of you to knock. You see, there's no one here. They've all been murdered.
Good evening, Miss Jennifer.
Daniel.
Yes, Miss Jennifer.
You're all right.
Why, yes, thank you, ma'am. And you, ma'am, we were worried about you. Miss Norma was just saying...
Norma? Norma?
Where is she?
Who, sir?
Miss Norma.
Why, she's having dinner with her brother Edward in the dining room.
Daniel, is she alive?
Alive? Why, ma'am, she...
Hadn't you better see for yourself, Miss Jennifer?
Oh, yes. This way. Norma! Edward.
Where have you been, Jennifer?
We dined without you, my dear. You were late.
Miss Jennifer, I thought...
Did you bring guests, Jennifer?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, miss. You're friends of Jennifer's?
Well, in a way. You see, we found your sister lying on the highway. She said something terrible had happened here.
Norma, there's just one thing I must know. Was Father here?
Father?
Father? No, Jennifer. Father wasn't here. Norma, why don't you take Jennifer up to her room?
Yes, Jennifer. You come along with me now.
I thought it all happened. It seems so real. So real. I don't know what's wrong with me.
My sister isn't quite herself, I'm afraid.
No?
That question about Father puts a rather plain face on the matter.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow you.
Father has been dead for over a month.
Dead?
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope she'll be all right.
She'll be all right. Norma will take care of her.
Norma, what's wrong with me?
There, dear.
I'm so glad you're really here, Norma. I never knew how much I loved you until I saw you about to die.
Please, Jennifer.
You never know how much you care for a person until you think you're going to lose them.
I've asked you, Jennifer.
Norma, it's a pitiful thing to see a person's mind go, isn't it?
No, your mind is... Now, see here. Your mind is not going, Jennifer. Listen to me.
But those doors and that room where there isn't a room at all.
Jennifer, you know Father's death mask. The one that hangs at the end of the hall out there.
Yes,
I want you to come with me. I'm going to show you what... Oh, no. No. Jennifer!
What was that?
Norma! Norma, what's happened?
We'd better get up there and see.
Yes, hurry.
Which room did it come from?
Jennifer's.
Where?
The one here at the head of the stairs.
Come on, Margot.
Lamont!
Jennifer! What have you done? What have you done?
What is it?
She's killed Norma.
Killed her?
Yes, look. There's the knife on the bed.
No.
Miss Jennifer.
She's fainted.
I'll tend to her. Mr. Cranston, will you please go downstairs and phone the hospital? Tell them Miss Jennifer is ill. Terribly ill.
Oh, all right, sir. I'll be back in a moment.
And if you see Daniel, tell him to get the car ready. We may have to take her ourselves. Right.
Norma.
Miss Jennifer. Miss Jennifer.
Is she coming around?
Yes, I think so.
Norma, what were you saying about the mask? What was it, Norma? Norma?
This isn't Norma.
No, Norma's dead. You killed her. You killed Norma with this knife.
I killed...
There she lies on the floor. Do you see?
Oh, Norma.
Mr. Cole.
What is it?
Look.
Where?
There, around Norma's throat. It's the mark of a rope. The mark of a noose.
Oh. Yes, there is, isn't there?
But don't you see? It means...
Like I said, she was on the gallows. I know it now. It was true.
She was right. It must have really happened.
Yes, I'll go and stop Mr. Cranston. Perhaps we won't need that call after all, eh? Imagine we may not need it after all.
Jennifer, listen to me. What were you saying about a mask?
Oh, yes. Father's death mask. Norma was just about to tell me something about it when I saw the knife in the doorway.
Where is that mask, Jennifer?
At the end of the hall. Why, I never thought. It's hung just where I thought I saw the gallows room. I wonder... Listen, do you hear it?
Drums.
You see? It was real. That's exactly the way I heard it before.
Yes, I see. Quiet now. Just be still.
Where are you going?
I want to see that death mask, Jennifer.
Oh, no.
At the end of the hall, she said. Now, let's see. It should be about... Oh, here it is. Well, it's just a piece of plaster. Nothing unusual about it, except it needs straightening. It's hung a bit crooked. There now. The wall. It's open. It's the room Miss Jennifer saw. The gallows. The drums.
And myself, Miss Lane.
Oh, let me go. Oh, let me...
Come in. Court is in session, Miss Lane. The black judge will see that you get justice. Justice!
January 11th, 1942, The Shadow on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Classic Radio Theater family, you know our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of your life. He didn't stop by just creating the best pillow. He created the best bed sheets ever. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me, because, you know, I'm working like 67 hours a day. Now, Mike's offering the best deal on his Giza Dreams bed sheets ever. You can get a set of Giza sheets for as low as $29.98. You'll never want to sleep on anything else once you slept on a set of Giza Dream sheets. A special offer for you right now. You can get a set of Giza sheets for as low as $29.98. Call 1-800-928-4715. Use the promo code Wyatt. Or go to mypillow.com, use the promo code Wyatt. It's good on anything on the website. That number again, 1-800-928-4715. Use my promo code Wyatt. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, more of The Shadow, January 11th, 1942, The Drums of Doom.
You people out there must never let anyone know who told you this story, for I'm supposed to be silent. But it's a tale that must be told. It was really half over, you see, when Mr. Cranston at the phone downstairs heard Miss Lane's screams. I heard Miss Lane call for help, Mr. Cranston.
So did I call. And just before Margot screamed, I heard a sound. The same sound Miss Jennifer said she heard this evening.
You did, Cranston?
It was the sound of snare drums coming from somewhere...
Mr. Edward!
What was that?
Look, it's Daniel, my servant, there at the top of the stairs. He's fallen.
Come on, Cole.
Yes. Daniel! Daniel!
What's happened to him?
Oh, I went into Miss Jennifer's room, and it was empty.
Empty?
When I came out into the hall, there was something waiting in the dark. I tried to run. It struck me. Oh.
Is he hurt badly?
I can't tell. We'll tend to him, but first we've got to find Jennifer and Miss Lane. Chances are they're still somewhere on the second story here.
I'll take this hallway, Cole. You go through the bedrooms.
Right.
And if you need any help, sing out.
I will.
Margot! Miss Jennifer! Can you hear me, Margot? Telephone right off the hallway here. And I was sent all the way downstairs to phone. Very interesting. Hello?
Hello, this is Otterson, the Cole's lawyer.
Yes?
I'd like you to tell Mr. Edward Cole that I'll be at his house at 11 o'clock.
Is he expecting you?
I'm coming to read his father's will. It's completed now. I'm afraid there's nothing in it that he wants to hear, but I must follow the legal procedure.
All right, I'll tell him.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
A will he won't like to hear, eh?
Who was that on the phone, Cranston?
Oh, Mr. Otterson said he'd be over at 11 o'clock to read your father's will.
Oh?
Did you find anything in the bedrooms?
No, but I did find something interesting, Mr. Cranston. Do you see my father's death mask hanging there?
Death mask? Oh, yes. Here it is.
Turn it, Mr. Cranston.
Turn it? Well, what do you mean?
Just try it and see.
Well, I'll try it, but
Look, Mr. Cranston. The wall is opening. And what have we inside?
Well, the gallows.
Lamont!
Margot!
And Miss Lane with the noose around her neck, all ready for the trap to be sprung.
Margot!
No, Lamont, don't come in here, don't!
What do you mean, Margot? I have to.
Yes, Mr. Cranston. I thought you'd have to. I hope you two find it comfortable in the gallows room. Daniel, get up from there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excellent performance, Daniel. You quite took Mr. Cranston's mind off the drums he heard.
That was the idea, sir.
Good. Where's Miss Jennifer?
She's locked in the small room adjoining the library, just as you ordered, sir.
You've done well by me, Daniel.
By you? I done it for my share in the will, don't you go forgetting.
Oh, no, I won't forget. But first, there's a little matter of canceling out the two rather annoying young people in the gallows room.
You mean another murder?
There, that's Otterson now. Get a grip on yourself, Daniel. Miss Lane is completely prepared on the gallows. All you need to do is spring the trap.
But the man...
You've got a gun equipped with a silencer. It's not a bad job for the price we're getting. Daniel? Daniel? Coming, Mr. Utterson. Coming.
Hurry, Lamont.
Stand still, Margot. I'm trying to get the noose from around your neck.
Lamont, didn't I see a window in the rear wall?
Yes, Margot, but it's a sheer drop to the ground. Break any mortal back that tried it.
Shh. Lamont, the wall's opening.
Steady, Margot. Just tell the gentleman who comes in that I went out through that window.
What are you going to do?
We're going to rely on the services of our old friend, the Shadow.
Ah, Miss Lane, how pretty you look on the gallows. And as for your friend, Mr. Where is he? Where's Cranston?
He's gone.
Gone?
Out of the window.
But that can't be.
Well, he's gone. You can see he's gone.
All right. All right, so he got away. But you'll pay for the both of you.
No. No, don't!
See what a neat thing a gallows is? Here's the spring. When I push it, the trap will open.
No!
Yes. And for a little while, you'll dance on air. And then... What was that?
You are near the gallows, Daniel. But you'll be nearer yet before your days are over.
Who's talking? I can't see anyone. But there's a voice.
It is the voice of the Shadow. Now give me the keys that unlock these walls, Daniel.
All right. No point in arguing with the voice. It's here in my pocket.
Shadow, he's got a gun.
So I see.
Oh, my arms! Something's holding me.
Drop that gun. Drop it, Daniel.
Oh, let me out of here. I can't fight something I can't see. Let me go. Let me go.
All right, Daniel, I'll let you go.
Someone I gotta talk to about this. Someone I gotta talk to.
Run, Daniel, run. Your crimes are close at your heels.
January 11th, 1942, The Shadow. You're listening to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. The conclusion follows these words from your favorite radio station. Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now the conclusion of The Shadow, The Drums of Doom, from January 11th, 1942.
Good of you to have come out here, Utterson. May I give you a brandy?
No, Mr. Cole. I'm just here to make you acquainted with your father's will and...
Mr. Edward! Mr. Edward!
Daniel, how dare you come in the library when I...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd quite forgotten about Mr. Utterson.
The man's as pale as a ghost, Cole.
Here, Daniel, drink this brandy. It'll steady you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Now, get on with the will, Utterson.
Yes. Well, sir, there's only one paragraph that would be of interest to you, and according to your father's letters, he had told you of his intention of making it in the main article.
Right, and that paragraph states in effect that you are to divide his fortune among deserving charities and present each of us, his 3 children, with the sum of $1.
That's correct. And you agree to accept the will, Mr. Cole?
I do not.
What?
I most emphatically question it.
On what grounds, sir?
On the grounds of my father's sanity.
His sanity? But there was a witness to his sanity, Mr. Cole.
Who? My sister Jennifer?
Yes, Miss Jennifer. She was the only one of you in town at the time he remade his will.
I question Jennifer's ability to judge anyone else's sanity, Utterson.
What do you mean?
I mean that if I can prove that she is insane, the law will not recognize her testimony, nor the will. Am I right?
Yes, you are right, but...
Good. Daniel, open that door.
Yes.
Jennifer, come out, my dear.
Miss
Oh, Edward. Edward.
Jennifer, did you or did you not see our father in this house tonight? Answer me.
Yes, I saw him. I saw him.
Did you see a room on the 2nd floor where we all know there is no room?
Yes.
And did you see a gallows in that room and our father hanging Norma on that gallows?
Yes, I did.
Good.
I did.
Good. Well, what do you say to that, Mr. Utterson?
I suppose this case, this had better be reconsidered. I'm afraid you're right, Mr. Cole.
What was that?
It's the voice. The voice again.
No, Utterson, he's not right. Miss Jennifer is sane, but Edward, Norma, and Daniel here conspired to drive her out of her mind, to invalidate this will.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
They built a gallows on the 2nd floor of this house, and Edward, impersonating his father in his black judicial robes, pretended to hang Norma.
No.
They cleared the lower floor, stripped it of its furnishings, then restored it all in Miss Jennifer's absence, with the deliberate plan of persuading her she was insane. However, poor Norma was too soft-hearted to carry it through, and for this, they killed her and tried to pin the guilt on Jennifer.
The truth. The Shadow's telling the truth.
Quiet, Daniel.
It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter anymore.
Help him. Look, he's fallen. Here, let me help. Stand back, Addison.
Haven't you done enough, Edward?
I'll take that gun, Cole.
Something's holding my arm.
Drop that gun, Cole. Drop it.
No. I've got the gun, Shadow. Give it to me. Give it to me. Stand back, Mr. Cole. I'm warning you. No, you're...
Your killings are at an end, Edward Cole.
Look, Lamont, it's Daniel lying here, and Mr. Edward.
What's happened?
I shot Mr. Edward. He had threatened to kill me.
Is he dead?
Water.
Here, let me see. It's only a shoulder wound. Here, Miss Jennifer, give me that brandy.
Oh, yes, Mr. Cranston, here.
No brandy. No.
Drink, Cole, drink. All right. Phone for the ambulance, Margot. He's going to live.
So I was going to live, was I? No. They were wrong. You see, there wasn't a chance. The drink they gave me took care of that. It was what was left of the brandy I had prepared for Daniel. Poisoned. Poisoned so I wouldn't have him blackmailing me for the share of my father's estate I'd promised him. That was the bitterest twist of the whole bitter tale. But now, you must promise me you'll never repeat what you've heard. For it's been told to you from the tomb. Told by the lips of a dead man. Ah, but you'll keep quiet. For if you ever tell anyone and tell them the truth, they'll only say you're insane, you know. They'll only say you're insane.
The Shadow program is based on a story copyrighted by Street & Smith Publications. The characters, names, places, and plot are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. The Red Cross today desperately needs your help. This valiant organization is struggling against tremendous odds in meeting both civilian and military needs on all fronts. Listen and remember. In a small village in the war area, far across the sea, a wounded man and his wife remain alone. All other civilians have fled. The enemy is quickly approaching. The woman speaks.
Manuel, they will soon be here. What can we do?
You must go. Go quickly while you can.
No, I will stay with you.
They're here. It's too late.
Red Cross. Anybody here?
Oh, help us.
You bet your life. That's what we're here for. We'll have you out in 2 shakes. Hey, stretcher, double quick.
Where there's danger, trouble, and suffering, there you'll find the Red Cross. Send your contribution to your local Red Cross headquarters today. Help save both civilians and soldiers so they can fight on. The United Nations must prove to criminal aggressors that
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Ah, yes. What a fun public service announcement, although one might call it war propaganda. But it was good. January 11th, 1942, The Shadow here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, let's check in with Lum and Abner and go down to the Jot 'em Down store in Pine Ridge, Arkansas. This episode originally broadcast January 11th, 1944.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner. And now, let's see what's going on down at Pine Ridge. Well, since Lum's theater burned down and he's been forced to take a job as delivery boy at the Jot 'em Down store, Abner's having the time of his life being the boss for a change. In virtually making a slave of Lum, Abner feels that he's teaching his ex-partner a much-needed lesson in humility. As we look in on the little community today, we find the Jot 'em Down store's new delivery boy talking on the telephone. Listen.
For goodness sakes, Ezra, is that meeting today? Granny's, I'd plumb forgot about that. Things have been so mixed up lately, I ain't been able to keep track of nothing, looks like. Why, sure, I'll be there. Yeah, who's going to be the toastmaster today? Me? Well, sure, I'd love to, but it ain't my turn. Oh, I see. Well, sure, yeah, you can count on me. Yes, sir. Yeah, well, I'll see you down at Luke's then, Ezra. All right, fine. Granny's. Uh-oh. Oh, morning, Abner. You're just the fella I want to see. I'll have to be gone for a couple of hours this noon on account of the regular meeting.
Now, just a minute now, boy. First place, I want you to call me Mr. Peabody. And in the second place, if you want any time off, why, you come to me and ask me in the regular way.
Well, what is the regular way?
Why, it's just the regular way, that's all. Can't wait till I sit down in my rocking chair here, and then you can ask me. Oh,
what do you mean, your rocking chair? That's mine, and you know it.
When you signed over your half the store to me, you said everything in it went with it. You said that yourself.
I never meant personal things like that, though, I don't think.
Well, let's not discuss it now. I've got too much work lined up for you to do today to waste any time on a batch of prattle. Now, what did you want to ask me?
Well, you see, today is the bi-monthly meeting.
Stand up there straight now. I never told you could sit down. Stand up.
All right.
Take your hands out of your pockets. Stand up straight. For there's one thing I can't put up with. It's a slouchy-looking delivery boy. Now, that's better. All right, go ahead.
Well, today's the bi-monthly meeting of the Pine Ridge Business Leaders Club, so natural I have to go to it. And that general takes around 2 hours or so, and I thought maybe...
Now, why do you have to go to it?
Why, 'cause I'm a member of it. I've always gone to it. Been invited. It's just natural, that's all.
What did you say the name of that outfit was?
Well, you know what it is as well as I do. It's the Pine Ridge Business Leaders Club.
Business leaders, huh?
Yeah.
Do you call a delivery boy a business leader?
Huh?
Seems to me that you're sort of overstepping your place, boy. You just better get on back there in the feed room now and open up them packing boxes and let's hear no more of this nonsense.
Well, now, wait a minute, Abner.
Mr. Peabody.
Mr. Peabody.
Better.
This is a special meeting today. We're having businessmen from Odin and Cherry Hill as our guests.
Well, that's nice. Hope they enjoy it.
Well, they won't enjoy it if I ain't there. Because Earl Pomeroy was supposed to be Toastmaster today, but he can't make it, so they asked me if I...
Tut. I'd just rather not hear another word about it. Now, get to work, boy. We got work to do
Now,
here.
Abner, you know how much I enjoy these meetings.
I don't care how much you enjoy 'em.
Well, don't you want the Jot 'em Down store to be represented at such a big meeting as that?
Well, it wouldn't hurt nothing, I reckon. Yeah, it wouldn't do much good neither.
It'd be awful good advertising. And it wouldn't look right if there weren't nobody there from the leading store of Polk County.
Leading store?
Yeah, that's about what it is now since you've taken over here. You're doing a wonderful job with it, Abner.
I am, huh?
Oh, sure. So natural, the leading store has to be represented there today.
Yeah, or two. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it just that way. No, hadn't done it. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Lum. Who's making arrangements for the meeting?
Ezra Seastrunk is. He's chairman of the committees.
Yeah, well, you call up Ezra.
Yeah?
And tell him I'll be proud to come to the meeting.
You will?
Why, sure.
Well, now, wait a minute, Abner. You couldn't go to the meeting.
Huh?
You've never been to one of them affairs in your whole life. You wouldn't know how to act there.
Well, I'm going. I can't learn no younger.
Well, you wouldn't fit in there.
I don't know why I wouldn't. I'm the owner and president of the leading store of Polk County, ain't I?
Well, yeah.
Go on, call up Ezra, tell him I'll be there.
Well, now, listen, Abner, you wouldn't want your leading store disgraced, would you?
Huh?
You wouldn't want it to be the laughingstocks, would you?
Well, no, of course not.
All right, then you better be careful who you send over there to represent you. Get a man that's had experience at them meetings, a fella that can get up on his feet and do some plain and fancy out-loud talking.
Well, if I get anybody, I want to get the head man, the owner. And that's me. I'll call up Ezra myself and tell him if you won't do it.
Now, wait a minute, Abner.
Awful hard to get help nowadays. They'll do what you tell them to do. I found that
Abner,
out.
you don't know how to get up there and be a Toastmaster.
Just a minute. Wait just a minute. Be quiet. I can't hear, and you holler. Hello? Is that you, Ezra? This is Abner Peabody. Oh, just fine. Say, Ezra, Lum won't be able to come to that meeting today, so...
That done
What? Oh, he'll be tied up at the store.
That done it.
Yeah, it is a shame, but I'll be there in his place. Well, don't worry. I know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Why, sure. Yeah, all right, Ezra. Yeah, I'll see you over there. And that takes care of that. Now, get to your work, boy. Hurry up. There's things to do
All
around
right,
here.
but I just love to be there and watch you when you get to make your opening remarks.
Opening remarks?
Why, sure. The Toastmaster always does that. Makes a few opening remarks. That always reminds him of a humorous joke and tells a couple of them before he starts introducing the other speakers, of course.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Well, that's what you're going to be, the Toastmaster of the meeting.
Huh?
See, that's why Ezra wanted me to be sure and be there today. It was actual Earl Pomeroy's turn today to be Toastmaster, but he couldn't make it.
Oh.
And just twixt me and you, though, I bound you Earl just got cold feet and was afraid to go through with it when he heard he was having all them out-of-town guests today.
Oh. Well, Lum, maybe...
And you can't hardly blame Earl. That's going to be an extra hard job over there today.
Yes, huh?
To be honest, I'm glad I'm out of it.
Well, now, Lum, if you really want to go over there...
No, I can't go now. I'm going to be tied up at the store here.
Well, I'll untie you. I'll let you off early at noon.
No, couldn't think of it. Got them packing boxes to uncrate. Got all the delivers to make. Don't forget, I'm just a deliver boy.
Yeah, that's right, I reckon. Well, let's see,
What you better be doing is getting a list of all the speakers and find out what they've did all through life so as you can say, it's now my great honor and pleasure to introduce a man who's so-and-so and so-and-so. A man who so-and-so and so-and-so, and tell about it. Man who so-and-so and so.
You mean I have to do all that?
Why, sure. You better be writing down your opening speech, too.
Huh?
It's awfully important that you get off to a good start, you know.
Yeah. Well, Lum, would you sort of help me with it a little?
Oh, well, what would a little old deliver boy know about such as that? You're the business leader around here.
Yeah, that's right. Now, let's see, reckon I better start writing something down here. Is it all right to put stuff like that down on a grocery order pad?
I don't know. I don't want to overstep myself.
Well, I reckon it'll do. See now. Dear Sir. No, that's for starting out letters, that dear sir stuff. How would you start this out, Lum?
I got to get back there and work on them packing cases.
Oh, let's see here. Ladies and gentlemen, I take pleasure today in being here.
Ladies? You ever hear of ladies at a business leaders meeting?
Oh, no ladies there, huh?
Well, don't ask me. I'm just a boy that works here.
Oh, gentlemen and gentlemen, I'm standing here before you this sunshiny day. And, what's the matter? Did I say something wrong there?
I don't know. I'm nothing but a grocery boy.
Now, Lum, you've got to tell me now what was wrong with that.
Well, now, a big business leader like you don't want to take the opinions of a $3 a week boy. Surely you ain't going to stoop that low.
No, I reckon not. Gentlemen and business leaders, now, Lum, stop that whistling now. I can't concentrate on nothing with that noise going on around here.
Excuse me, go ahead.
You get on back to the feed room, get them packing cases opened up. That's what you better do.
Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir. Going right now.
Let's see here, blame it. Businessmen and leaders, here I stand up here. No, that's no good. Howdy do, everybody. That don't sound... The meeting will now come to order. I'm proud to see your faces. Smiling faces, I put. Special you out-of-town fellers. Facts is, you remind me of a joke. Let's see, a joke now.
Oh, sakes, Abner, what are you doing? Talking to yourself?
Huh? Oh, howdy, Grandpap. Doggett, I ain't no out-loud talker.
Well, I never said you was.
I just ain't gonna do it. That's all there to it. Dogged, I'll show that varmint who's the boss around here. Hey, Lum! Boy, come in here.
What are you fixing to do to poor old Lum now?
I'll show him a thing or two. Hurry up, boy.
I'm coming. What is it, Mr. Peabody?
I want you to get your hat and coat. You already got 'em, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm ordering you to go over to that meeting today in my place.
Well, now, wait. You can't force me into nothing.
I can do it. I'm the boss here. Now, hurry up. Get going.
Well, all right. I'll go, but I want you to know it ain't 'cause I want to. I'm just doing it to save my job. You're a hard man, Abner.
Do you see how hard that Abner had to twist Lum's arm to do that? It really was forceful. It really was. January 11th, 1944, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Yeah, Abner owns the Jot 'em Down store now. But Lum, well, let's just say Lum's still pulling enough of his own weight, even though he's just a delivery boy. Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox here on your favorite station. Would you do me a favor and thank this station and support their advertisers? It's their kindness and courtesy that allow us to be here each and every time we roll around here on your favorite station. Now, if you miss a day, you don't have to miss a single show. All of our shows are available at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. Stream our shows, learn about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can contact me there, and you can also buy me a coffee. Now, the buy me a coffee money doesn't buy me coffee because I'm not a coffee drinker. You know, the hardest I'll have is a Dr. Pepper. You know, most of the time I drink, well-filtered water. But what I do with that money is we help acquire additional classic radio collections, and we also keep our distribution channels up and running. That is at classicradio.stream, classicradio.stream. Look forward to the pleasure of your company. Also, do me a favor and tell all your friends that the greatest radio shows of all time are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.